What does it mean to be a living sacrifice? It simply means to resign your will, ambition, desires, right, comfort, privileges, and entitlement for Christ's sake. Everything consecrated to God and offered to God. A living sacrifice does not have the desire of his own, or privilege or right of his own. He had given all to God. All. God is not require your 99%. He requires 100% of your life. Paul says, offer your body as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable to God. God does not need your tithe or your 10%. He needs your 100%. You are a living sacrifice. He needs all of yours. If you cannot give him 100% of your life, there is nothing you can give him that would be acceptable to God. You cannot even have business with God when you don't give him the whole of your life. If Christ owns you, he owns everything that you have. When I hear prosperity preacher emphasizing on money or tithing preachers, I wonder, God needs you first. He needs you, not your money. He needs you. A living sacrifice does not have the desire of his own. He had given all to the service of God. A living sacrifice, a loss of the flesh, the loss of eyes, and the pride of life has lost its powers on him. Those three factors that control people, that render people useless, people become vulnerable, has lost its grip on a living sacrifice. There are two examples of living sacrifice in the Bible. Abraham offered Isaac as a living sacrifice. When God tested his faith, he offered his son as a living sacrifice. On Mount Moriah, and God looked at his faith, and he provided a ram for sacrifice, the replacement of Isaac. And God himself gave his only son as a living sacrifice, once for all, for the sins of the whole world. Hebrews chapter 9 verse 11 and 12. Let me quickly read it in King James. But Christ being come and higher priest of a good things to come, by a greater and more perfect tabernacle, not made with hands, that is to say, not of this building, neither by blood of goats and calves, but of his own blood he entered into the holiest place, having obtained the internal redemption for us. Christ gave himself as a lamb sacrifice once for all. A living sacrifice, these three factors, does not have power over him: the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life. These are the three things that I have said earlier that render people vulnerable. Let's go to the book of 1 John chapter 2, 15 and 17, and 15 to 17. King James Version. Do not love the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not from the Father, but of the world. The last verse 17. And the world pass away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of God abideth forever. So all a living sacrifice has lost the grief of the world, the loss of the flesh, and the loss and the pride of life. The loss of the flesh include everything that appeal to our appetites, everything that appeal to our appetites and involve excessive desire for food, drink, sex, and everything else that satisfy our physical need. That is the desire of the flesh. Loss of eyes mostly involve materialism, coveting whatever we see that we don't have, and envy those who have what we want. We become envious of people, of their success, or what they have achieved. Is a loss of the eyes. Number 3, the pride of life is defined by ambition for what puff us up and put us on the throne of our own life. Desire to be the Lord of yourself. That is why you see people manipulate. They can do anything for money to get what they want so that they can build their empire or dynasty. All these things has lost grief to the living sacrifice, because a living sacrifice does not live for himself. It lives for the kingdom purpose. To offer ourselves as a living sacrifice means that our bodies, minds, and action are to align with God's purpose. This requires submitting our desire, plans, even our fears to God. A living sacrifice has lost the desire of his own. And most of the time, I don't think I'm a human being because I had lost my future in Christ Jesus. You don't think for yourself, you don't think about your good, all you think about kingdom purposes.